Friends, if you haven't heard, we had the absolute honor and privilege to be invited by Amazon Games to participate in their New World event, Return to Eternum. If you didn't get a chance to watch it live on stream, you missed out. It was an absolutely incredible experience. Honestly, the experience of a lifetime. And in this video, I'm going to give you guys the recap on how that event went. I want to break it down into 3 categories. First category, talking about what were some of the best moments of the event. Category number 2, what were the pros and cons of the event? Could it have been any better? And third, answer the final question, was it worth it? I did put 133 hours into this event over the course of just 16 days. And so we're going to break it down, talk about, was it actually worth it? Let's dive right in. Category number 1, what were some of the best moments? You know, it's hard to kind of just knock it down to a few because this event, it was the coolest event I've ever had the chance to be a part of as a Twitch streamer. I've been doing this for 8 years, and honestly, never have I had an opportunity to be a part of an event that was honestly just this epic. And some, honestly, this is gonna sound cliche, but honestly, my favorite and best moments from this entire event was honestly one that was ongoing. You know, as a Twitch streamer right now, discoverability is kind of tough. Having people find the channel, you know, get connected with your content, you know, it just doesn't happen very, very often. And so one of my favorite moments from this event was honestly just having an opportunity to be discovered via multiple ways, which I'll tell you in a second. But it was a kind of consistent theme throughout this event where like brand new people were finding the channel and they were like, hey bro, like I really love this stream. I vibe with this community, getting in the Discord, and have literally turned into like daily viewers of the stream. You know, that doesn't really happen super often on Twitch just because of the nuances of what Twitch is like, where you are literally like working super hard to try to get new people to watch the stream. And so getting people literally in the stream, I mean, honestly, almost every single day where people are watching for the first time, engaging with the content, man, it was just so rewarding for me because streamers are putting in so much effort to stream, but not being able to be discovered. During this event, we had so much discoverability, which was super amazing. If you guys don't know, there is a streamer by the name of Baggins TV, and we had the absolute honor and privilege to be able to get in quite a few games and dungeons with Baggins TV. If you don't know Baggins TV, he is a actually very large New World streamer. During this event, he was averaging like 10 to 15,000 viewers. And we actually got to do a dungeon with him, which was really, really cool. We got to hang out with him a little bit more, which I'll tell you guys in a second. But getting to connect with Baggins, who for me, up until this event, was the only New World content creator that I actually regularly watched. I watched a ton of his YouTube videos during the whole beta phase of New World and followed him through the New World launch and would check in from time to time in his stream, even when this event was, before this event was going on. So being able to actually get a game in with him was a really, really cool experience. Another cool thing that happened during the event, long story short, I was actually literally streaming until about 5 o'clock in the morning. And I literally went into my bed. We're doing an overnight shift, went into my bed and started watching a streamer on Twitch by the name of Kat Conti. She's a large 1,000 to 2,000 average viewer streamer in New World. And she started doing a dungeon and was looking for people to do dungeon with. So I instantly typed in chat, like, hey, if you're looking for people, I'll jump in. She didn't know that I was already in bed and had to get up out of bed and get in the dungeon. But I actually was able to get into the dungeon with her and her squad of people, started running the dungeon. This is my perspective, but this is actually her perspective of us running the dungeon. You can see my name right there. And we started running the dungeon, and literally in front of, I think during this time, I think it was like 3,000 people. We were running the Starstone event literally over and over and over again until like 8 o'clock in the morning. And so it was just really cool. You're gonna hear a consistent theme, the amount of people that we got to meet throughout the event. We live streamed it on my own channel. People were hanging out in the chat. It was just really a great experience. Another thing that was absolutely legendary that happened throughout the event was we actually got a chance to get hosted by a streamer by the name of BDLG for over 5,000 people. This is BDLG right here. He's actually streaming live right now. I want to encourage you to go check him out again, twitch.tv/BDLG. Super nice guy. And he hosted our channel for over 5,000 people during the event. We got hosted. We got a ton of follows, got to meet a ton of new people. It was just an absolute blast, an incredible opportunity. Thankful to him, people like Redbird, all the streamers were just like super nice. I mean, these are guys that are literally like, I can't even do the math of how many times bigger of a streamer they are than I am, but they were just so down to earth, just so nice. And getting a chance to connect with people like that and play games with them and do dungeons with them was just such an eye-opening experience. And I think one of the biggest moments that happened throughout this event was, if you guys didn't watch, we did a live on stream, Baggins TV and his wife Gamgee, they literally put on a streamer get together for some of the streamers that were in the event. No matter how big you were, no matter how small you were, they put on this event, and some of them streamed it, some of them didn't. And this was me literally playing in Discord with tons of these streamers, but it was tight knit. There was only like 14 of us playing together. We played a little New World together. Then we played literally some of these just like random Discord games. And we were just in the Discord, literally just hanging out with each other. I mean, it was insane. We were just, and I mean, look at the size of that call. Like, not many people. We got Baggins TV, Eagle Garrett, Gamgee, that's Baggins' wife. We got Redbird, BGLG came a little bit later. And like, it was just crazy. Like, I was in a Discord call hanging out with people, and I was like, bro, I'm not gonna lie, there's Luna. I don't deserve to be in this call. And so getting a chance to connect with them, definitely some of the biggest, absolute best moments. It was just absolutely just like mind-blowing experience. I literally, I couldn't believe it. Category number 2, let's talk through some quick pros and cons of the event. Overall, I do believe the event was a great success. Let me walk through some pros. Great opportunity for networking. We've obviously talked in detail about that. I met so many people I've never been able to meet, which is just mind-blowing. And that I wouldn't have been able to meet if it weren't for the event. And one of those reasons was there are so many New World streamers, but scattered across multiple different servers. New World does not have what's called a cross-server play. So you're actually locked into just being able to play with people on your server. So getting people to be on the same server actually gave us opportunity to connect, play together. It was a ton of fun. Obviously, another big pro, it was some drops for the viewers. So people literally lurking in the channel actually increased the viewer count of every single streamer because people were looking to get those drops. It was a reward for the community. Tons of fun. It was actually a lot of fun playing on a fresh start server. Like, this is me footage of me playing literally level 11, running around the world with members of the community who are invited. So getting to like play a fresh start server experience was a lot of fun. Getting to play the game from the very beginning, checking out the brand new features to the game, getting to see how there's like actually an MSQ that makes sense nowadays, getting to not only play the new experience, but get to showcase a game that I love to an audience that hopefully will give the game another chance, I thought was really, really cool. So the event had tons of pros, but there definitely also were some cons. Let's not, avoid the obvious truth. The server, unfortunately, that we were on, Team Bald and Beautiful, there was very low population. Very low population. And unfortunately, some of the reasons there was such a low population is, let me break down for you. There were 3 captains, and each captain was given, I believe, a total of 500 invites to give out to their community. And BDLG, who was my captain, gave out his 500 keys. And I got to give credit where credit is due. BDLG gave a key to Eagle Garrett, and Eagle Garrett gave me a key. So I just want to give credit and give thanks to Eagle Garrett. He's an amazing content creator. Go check him out. I'll put his link in the description of this video. And Magnifico, if you can put it in the live stream Twitch chat. Eagle Garrett's a great guy. I honestly would not have actually been in this competition if it wasn't for Eagle Garrett. And BDLG and Redbird did a great job of getting out their keys. We had 2 other captains who unfortunately did not do that. And so our server was nowhere near as full as it could have been. The other 2 captains on our team, they didn't really participate as much as they had hoped. They didn't play. One of them was, great guy, but he didn't participate. Asmongold, who I have a lot of respect for his content. He didn't really play as much as a lot of us had hoped. And when he did play, it was weird hours, like 3 o'clock to 10 o'clock in the morning. And so because of the lack of streamer involvement, it created a lack of viewer involvement, which really made it a low population for our team. Redbird and BDLG killed it. Team Syndicate really pulled their weight, but we pretty much carried the host server. And so I would have loved to seen just a little bit more involvement from other streamers. And even my feedback I gave to Amazon was, I wish there was a way that Amazon could step in, and if streamers aren't giving out their keys, you guys could step in and maybe just give out keys yourself, or give more keys to the purple team, whatever it might be. Would have been great if, you know, the population and the participation was actually where it should have been. Another con was, you know, people just not doing the actual objectives. There was a certain set of objectives we needed to do, and some people just wanted to get on the server to play with the big famous streamers. And, you know, we obviously knew that was gonna happen to an extent, but some people were just running around killing each other. And remember, it was our entire team all on the same server. Nobody else was on the server except our own team. So anything that you're doing to like run around and like kill people and all that kind of stuff, like that is not, it's not helping the team. You're actually just literally, you know, kind of deterring the objectives. And so just not only a low population, but a lot of the people, they just wanted to play the game regularly. Their main priority was having fun, but it was a competition. So really the main priority was do the objectives and try to win. So it definitely was unfortunate to see people just not participating in the way that they should. A lot of pros, a lot of cons, but here's really what it all comes down to. The main question that everyone has been asking: you put in 113 hours over the course of 16 days. You mostly streamed overnight. You completely screwed up your stream schedule. I was streaming sometimes till like 8 o'clock in the morning. I mean, I ate the most crappy meals because we weren't really cooking many dinners because I was busy, all this kind of stuff. At the end of the day, Susie, was it worth it? 100%. I would go back, I would do it again. I would do things a little bit better if I could, but it was 100% worth it. Let me tell you guys some stats. Normally on an average month, I will get about 150 followers to the channel on average in a course of 30 days. Throughout this event, over the course of 16 days, I got 276 followers, almost double the amount of followers in half the amount of days. Now, granted, they were much longer streams and everything, but it was just absolutely incredible because throughout this event, again, we got hosted for 5,000 viewers. We got to play with some big streamers we never had a chance to play with. We got to really get connected in the New World community, which we never would have got connected with. Absolutely 100% worth it. And again, the biggest part was we got people throughout this event that were literally like, hey man, I'm gonna come back every day. Like literally people that are watching right now during the recording of this video, stand by Al in the chat. Lucifer was here earlier. You're gonna see Toxic, Dr. Toxic come in at some point. These are people that literally found us throughout the event and they're like, dude, I'm gonna come back every day. They've subscribed to the channel. They're getting in the Discord. And so like we've literally gotten some people really, really connected, and it was 100% worth it. Shout out to Amazon Games who put on this event. Thank you so much to Eagle Garrett who gave me the key, but absolutely overall, this event was absolutely worth it. And it was such an honor to be a part of.